Hello everybody, this is Sabir from WS Academy and welcome back to the next lecture. Today in this lecture we'll talk about the key areas of Photoshop. It's mostly the same for every version of Photoshop, if it is CSX or CC. The first big part of Photoshop that you should know about is two main areas. The white area is called canvas, where all the magic happens. You'll sketch, paint and lay out the elements right over here. It's very important and all the time our focus will be on this area. The rest of them is just for a supporting purpose. To the left of the Photoshop, this part is called tools. In using Photoshop and creating something, you will use these tools 90% of all the time by using your hotkeys. Canvas is a hero area where you will hover your mouse all of the time. We will get into these tools by using our hotkeys. Another important part of Photoshop is Lair, which is very important. You can get into it, Window, Lair. When you open it once, it will be open all the time. It's like that the canvas is a road and this is a dashboard of our car where we can find our speed, our fuel level, etc. So we'll adjust our everything right over here. This is the second important part. The third important part of Photoshop is tools, because if we have no tool, we are not able to manipulate our digital art. As I said, we will get into these tools using hotkeys. We will learn it gradually throughout the course. The next important part of Photoshop is menu area, where everything and all the features are hidden. As we'll use hotkeys for these things to access very fastly to our canvas. So in my book, this is the fourth important part of Photoshop. Down the menu, there is another part, which is the tool properties. It constantly changes when I change my tools. We'll talk about these things later. As this is a new document and you see that the document is open right over here. This is the document tab. As I did not save my document, so you can see that it is untitled right over here. This is the name of the document. Next to it, it's a zoom level. So it means that I am 100% on zoom level. If I zoom it out, you will see that it's changed. And if I zoom it in, it's also changed. The next part is the color mode of this document. It's RGB. In 8, is a bit per channel. So this document is 8 bit per channel. Now there is another interesting thing which is missing right over here. I should explain it now. When I make changes in my document, you will see that what happens right over there. Here the name appear, which is rectangle 1, which is the name of this layer. Here the star or asterisk appear. It depends on you what should you call it. So what this star means? It means that our document is unsaved. It is not saved. It is very helpful when we are working in projects, so we can easily know that our project is unsaved. We should save it. When we save our project, this will disappear. So it's a really great indication. I can move into next tabs as well. Let's suppose I'm going to create a new document. So you see here, I made a new document which is Untitled 2. It's on 50% zoom level, it's RGB and an 8 bit per channel. We can change to these tabs easily by pressing Ctrl Tab. It's really a great way to change tabs. Remember, Photoshop works with panels. So if you go to the window button at the top, you will see there are tons of panels. The same way, I open the layer panel. It's not very hard to manage, but don't worry, depending on your project, you will not use all the panels, you will use just some of them. There are other panels as well, but we will explain it later according to your project. One thing before I should go, all the things that I explained, the interface, this is called a workspace. So, I'm Sabir and I will see you in the next lecture.